I just came around and graded your guys' numbers 3 through 20, which was the very last topic of Chapter 7 before the test. Now, today's quiz had 7-1, 7-2, 7-3, but not 7-4. So let's go ahead and grade those 3 through 20. I already saw that you guys tried them, but I want to make sure you know how to do them. And then tonight's homework is just playing with some review problems from the end, well, the middle of Chapter 7. 2 through 18 evens, we'll go ahead and go over them tomorrow. You guys will get a second chance to work on a makeup quiz like this one with your groups and make sure that you know how to do 7-1, 7-2, 7-3. But hold on, 7-4. Remind me, what's going on in 7-4? What are you doing for every single one of these problems? And a lot of you got stuck right around here. A lot of you got scared right around here. So hold on, what are you doing? Solving for zeros, but how? But how? We make sure one side is 0, right, Trey?
Yes.
And once we see one side is 0, then what do we do to both of the factors? Factored form, we get to split them up. And when we split them up, remember, factored form needs parentheses, got them. We split them up. We set each one equal to 0. Now, sometimes it's really easy. It's like mental math. Some of you could have said 0 and -7 once you get into the habit real fast. So, for instance, if we're grading our evens, guys, what are the two zeros since it's equal to 0? And we would split up our factors. What are the two zeros you got for number 4? R equals 0 and R equals
10.
Because you would set R minus 10 equal to 0 and add the 10. Good. So for number 4, we have 0 and 10 for R, right? For number 6, we're just grading the evens real fast. Did you guys get V equals 0 and -1?
Yes.
For number 8, did you get Y equals -2 and 6? Y equals -2 and 6. You have to split both up, subtract the 2, and add the 6. Now, it got a little bit harder down here because there's starting to be harder factors. Now, they were all still equal to 0, so that was nice. Okay, cool. Equals 0, good. Factored form, parentheses everywhere, good. But you have to spend a little more time solving. Jerry, you had a question. What's that? Oh, it is positive 10 then. I just wrote down the work, and the work would be R minus 10 equals 0. You would add 10 to both sides. Yeah, I just didn't show all the steps. But yeah, you're right. But at number 10, did you guys end up with this one? Would have taken a little bit more time because 4 cubed plus 3 equals 0. You have to subtract the 3, divide the 4. Andres, you didn't have homework done, so you should be letting Sunny grade, right? Thanks. So we end up with Q is equal to -3 over 4 and -2. You would have had to solve both of those equations, and one would take a little more time than the other. What did you guys get for number 12?
-8.
Positive 8, right? Now this one was weird because there was a squared, but actually that would have ended up just 2 different factors, both of them 8. So maybe some of you guys would have written the positive 8 twice, but actually just once is enough. There were technically 2 of them, but they both landed on the exact same answer. How about for number 14? He looked a little weird, but it was still the same idea of solving to get D alone. What did you guys get for number 14? A lot of you guys still were getting
2 and -2.
-2 and -2? Careful. Yeah, it's going to be plus and minus 1/2. So a positive 1/2 and a negative 1/2. But those of you guys that said 2, I know what you did. You just went a little too fast. Check it. What if you had added the 4D, right? Wouldn't you have added the 4D? So 2 equals positive 4D, divide by 4, divide by 4. Your brain wants to say 4 over 2, but it was actually supposed to be 2 over 4. So that's why, like Alyssa, that's what I was saying. You need to write the problems down because these are not just easy mental math for most of you. These actually take time and work. Like in number 16, you would have gotten 3 answers. You would have gotten 0 and 3/2 and -7. Because if you had set every single factor equal to 0, some of them are kind of nice, like 0 and -7, but the 3/2, you would have had to add the 3 and divide the 2. Does anybody have an answer for number 18? That's where a lot of you guys got stuck, but actually there's 2 answers. And they weren't that bad. What in 6?
0.
Yeah, got it, Trey. 0 and 6.
Trey got it?
I'm serious. Calm this ass down. 0 and 6. And then number 20, okay, number 20 was nasty. Unless some of you guys, is anybody looking at this and saying 2 minus what is 0? Kind of makes the algebra a little bit easier.
2 and negative 9.
Yeah, if you put a 2 in, 2 minus 2 would be 0. 2 minus 2 would be 0, so n equals 2, but some of you guys, actually a lot of you got scared by this guy. So if you set 6 plus 2/3 n equal to 0, you would have had to subtract the 6. 2/3 n is equal to negative 6. Now, wait a minute, hold on. I'm putting this on the whiteboard because this one's nasty. You guys are scared enough of fractions as it is when we're just adding and subtracting, but what happens when we end up with 2/3 n equals negative 6? How do we get rid of the 2/3? Do you remember?
Multiply reciprocal.
Yeah.
32.
Multiply by the
opposite.
The reciprocal is a technical term, but yeah. Because if I multiply, wait, what I do on one side, I have to do on the other, right?
Yeah.
But don't the 3's and the 2's reduce?
Yeah.
And I end up just with n's. Now hold on, you might want to write that negative 6 over 1 to make it all look nice. You've gotten negative 18 over 2, which is the same thing as negative 9. So then Trey was right. It was 2 and negative 9. There were 2 different answers. Okay. Here's the really nice version of all the answers. I was just trying to make sure we knew how to do section 7.4. And remember, for the test, it's only the beginning of 7.4, which is why it's important for you guys to pay attention and only do the problems I tell you to. Only 2 through 18 even tonight. But this is a pretty form of the answers if you guys want to double check. But guys, a lot of these, especially the 1/2 ones, the 3/2, the negative 3/4, it took work. It took work of solving. And if you don't show the work, Mrs. McRae should have taught you well. No work, no credit. If you don't show the work, the chances of you getting it perfectly right on a test are so low. So when's our test?
Did you good?
Yeah. Our test is on Wednesday, right?
Yeah.
And it's going to cover 7.1, 7.2, 7.3, like the quiz. Some of you rocked the quiz. Some of you were like, I had to guess on a couple. I'm not entirely sure. It's like the quiz plus what I just showed you from section 7.4. For those of you guys that were working on homework. That's not you guys.
We have 5 minutes, but we'll need to calculate.
Struggle. Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
It's
9:25.
Question. Question. What problem on the quiz were these like?
Like the first one.
Like the first one. What problems on the quiz are these like?
Like the second one.
Okay, now how did you do the middle ones? No tables, right? No arrows. You got rid of the parentheses and combined like terms. But then the next set of problems, weren't they like these? How did you do it? Table or lines? Hopefully your way. Good. Multiplying and combining like terms. Ooh. Did you make a mistake here? Did you do it right? Squared, double squared? Squared, double squared? And then the end of homework says, is it equal to 0? Check. Is it in factored form? Check. Wait a minute. I told you guys not to do number 20. Why didn't I have you do number 20 before I let you go? What's different about this guy? And that's the whole reason I'm having you skip it. There are no parentheses, so we can't do it yet. We'll have to wait until after the test to learn how. Get out of here, guys. Chapel day. I'll see you later. Work on your review. Start studying. Come in after school and I can help.
I think so.
Do a couple whiteboard problems. It'll be great. I'll try to find it.
Tell me right now. No, that's fine.
I know it's like make them work on it.
See, we get that.
Not
No,
Thanks, guys.
Over here. Yeah, Troy.